This is Simon's Whispers. Now, it's been ages since I've made a video. I mean, I'm talking about more than a year. So, thank you so much to those people that have been sending messages over the past 12 months, or maybe more, however long it's been. You've been asking me to make a new video. I've been getting loads of requests as well for different things that people wanted me to eat as well, which I'm going to make sure I get every single one of those done. You've given me the encouragement to come back. I've been quite busy this year so far, but actually last year as well. So I was doing a lot of training. I've been, some of you already know from videos before, but I always seem to be doing work. So always typing on my laptop when talking to you, or saying that I've been busy at work and things like that. So yeah, I've had loads to get done. A mental year so far, but I've got a lot more free time again now, and very lucky to have moved somewhere else as well now with my job. So somewhere much quieter, and as I said, I've got a lot more free time now, which is brilliant. So much has happened that I don't know where to start. It feels like I'm catching up with a friend that I've not seen for over a year. I've got so much to tell you all. Obviously I was doing my job, so which obviously we spend more time at work than at home, don't we, I guess, so it kind of takes over your life sometimes. And the house that I was living in at the time, it was with my girlfriend. Things didn't really work out and we split up in the summer, so that was quite good, because although I should be quite sad, I think, but I'm not. It hadn't been working for a while, so we split up, and I've moved into somewhere else, which is much nicer as well, much nicer house, which is really great. So living with people now that have become good friends too, and that's really great. So looking to move again at the end of March. So I've given my landlord notice and been looking around at new places. Went to see one the other day, and it was a nice apartment. It's at the end of quite a busy high street, but it's right in the centre of where I want to be. Not the best area, but it's very central. So the place itself was on the second floor in an apartment building, with these huge kind of oak-looking doors on the street, very, very nice looking from the outside. Huge new fitted kitchen in the apartment with dark wood and like a black granite surface, beautiful. A huge living space with dark brown leather sofas that were nice and soft, which is quite important. I wanted somewhere that was part furnished, so I didn't need to buy everything, because of course when I left my old house, I left pretty much everything for my ex. I wasn't going to take it with me, so that was quite interesting. So it means I've had to buy a few things, and I don't really want to have to replace everything at once. I've got the important things though. I've got my big TV, and I've got my Xbox and Blu-ray player. yeah, about the apartment building, like the actual apartment. It was quite roomy. So I walked down the hallway to see what the bedrooms were like. It's 2 bedrooms, and the one, the sort of master bedroom or whatever you might call it, it was a funny shape. Whether I'm just a bit finicky, I don't know, but it seemed a really unusual shape. It was almost like it was triangular, with a big built-in wardrobe on the base of the triangle, and a bed up the other wall, but putting a king-size bed in that triangular room, it just felt a bit weird. And the spare room, it was the same shape, only smaller. So I wasn't entirely sold on that apartment, really, just because of the funny shaped rooms. I'm sure somebody's had something like that before. It just seems really odd. Perhaps it's just because that building wasn't intended to be as apartments, and it's been, office buildings or something that's been converted over, the years, perhaps. So maybe it was one big room that they've cut into 2. I'd have just preferred one big bedroom, really. I don't need a spare bedroom. I'd much prefer a much bigger bedroom. Just one huge bedroom, and then a huge living space, not 2 silly triangular shaped rooms. But anyway, they're alright. I mean, how much time do you really spend in your bedroom? That's the question, I guess, I've got to ask myself. So, because I'm not moving until the end of March, I don't really need to, think about looking at places necessarily yet. I really just wanted to see what I could get for the sort of money I wanted to spend. So, thank God I've got a pay rise at work finally. So I can afford a lot more in terms of square footage with where I'm going to move to now. So yeah, get a pay rise every year, thankfully, at work. And I was just kind of waiting for it. So, some of you are going to remember that silver car that I showed you. This was January last year that I bought that, if you remember. It was a Ford KA, the new model. It was a really nice little car, and it was quite sensible, I guess, at the time. I was getting rid of my old Ford Fiesta that was really old, and it was a really comical car because if you drove it too quickly, smoke would come out of the front of the car once you turn the engine off, which was quite worrying. I'm sure it was a problem with oil or something. And when you actually started the engine, it would take ages to tick over and actually start, probably about 20 seconds or 30 seconds. And you'd have to pump the accelerator to get it to start. And then smoke would billow out of the back of the car. So I bought that silver KA to replace it. And it was okay for a bit. I found that the engine was a bit small. And I've since decided that I prefer diesel to petrol. I prefer the feel of the car with a diesel, a much bigger diesel as well. So I'd only kept that car for 6 months. So in the summer, I bought a new car. So I traded that one in, which, I mean, it was still pretty new at the time anyway. It was only a couple of years old when I bought it anyway. So now I've bought myself a new car. So I bought myself a Fiesta Z-Tech S, which is in black as well, shiny black. It looks really nice. It's got the big 17-inch wheels on it, and a body kit as well. Some of you will think that's not very, very sensible. You'll be shaking your head at this point, saying, no, you don't need anything like that. But actually, it doesn't look like, a car for a kid wearing his baseball cap backwards or anything like that. It's been tastefully done. It just looks quite sleek and sporty, really, but not overly sort of silly. it seems huge, like a tank, although it's not a big car at all, but it was just getting used to a bigger car again. Because the one that I had before, the KA, was big as well, so compared to the KA, which I guess everything's big compared to a KA, because the chassis with that car's built on the design of the Fiat 500, I believe, because it's actually made by Fiat on the KA. It's made in Poland by Fiat. So, yeah, I had to replace it though. It wasn't just the fact that the engine was too small, they just didn't feel fast enough as well at times, but when I go to get my car washed, now this is going to make me sound really lazy now, other people wash my car for me. There's a pub by where I lived before, and at that pub there's some foreign guys that have got jet washers and things like that, and they do a car valeting service. I think it's like a tenner or something like that, and they'll valet your car for you completely, inside and outside. So they'll vacuum it and polish it and everything. So I took it to this car valeting place and closed my windows, turned the engine off, and I'm just waiting while this guy's spraying my car and somebody else is going to come and wipe it and soap it all up and whatever. So he starts spraying. He gets to the front of my car, right in the corner of the driver's side window. My doors are shut and my windows are shut, and he manages to spray me in the eye. So the seals that go around the doors and everything in that car were just completely useless. It was letting water in when he was spraying, and the fact that it went in my eye was just obviously really painful at the time, because it was like a little jet that came in. It was, I don't know how it would have possibly even got that angle so that it was just the perfect angle to spray me in the eye. It happened on the other side, just ever so slightly as well. And I'd noticed that there was a little bit of sort of wet on the passenger seat as well, where something else must have been leaking too. When I'd googled this, I'd heard that it was a normal issue for that kind of car, and it's just that the seals that they've put into the car or onto the car. Do you put seals on a car or do you put seals in a car? I think you put them on a car, don't you? But anyway, I felt like that was the last straw. I was annoyed with the car anyway for different reasons, and that was kind of the last straw, really. So I looked for something else. So thus the new Fiesta seat, I guess, in black, which is really nice. So it drives so well, and being a diesel, it's so easy to drive as well. It feels like it's impossible to stall. I don't know if you can hear that banging, bang, 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 up the stairs. So, but that's one of my mates going up the stairs now. So, yeah, I'm not going to make this video too long, because I know that it's going to take so long to upload if I carry on any longer, but I've got so much to tell you about things that I've been doing and what's been going on, and it's been so long, isn't it? But thank you to those people that have sent me really encouraging messages to get me to come back on and actually make a video. I've been listening to so many videos on the ASMR community, I should say. Recently discovered Hutaki Boy, otherwise known as Daz. Absolutely hilarious man. He really brightens your day when you listen to his videos. He's hilarious, and he does a mean Jean-Luc Picard impression as well, his Patrick Stewart impression. It is fantastic. So, hi Daz, if you're listening. If I'll make another video soon, and I'll let you know who I've been listening to, because I've really changed tack with the videos that I've been listening to recently, and I've discovered some new ones, which I guess you guys have too. And I hope some of you have only just discovered me as well. I've got lots of older videos from a year ago,